Hello, I'm Ivy Marie Lim, Feng Shui consultant. Now let's create a home and life you love. I'm going to talk to you about creating room for success. One thing that's often overlooked in goal setting is decluttering. Now you're probably thinking, what does that have to do with your goals? It doesn't matter if you have goals for business, relationships, or weight loss. Clearing out clutter and letting go of things that no longer serve you is most certainly a very effective step to achieving your goals. Do you have a project you need to get jump-started? Then start by clearing out your desk. And it requires more than just stuffing things away in a drawer, which I admit sometimes I'm guilty of doing as well. It means going through old files and paperwork that you no longer need, discarding any worn-out supplies, and it also means getting things organized. Another technique is to go through each room in your house with a notebook and paper and write down everything that bothers you, things that you haven't used or don't have any use for. Then dividing up the list to donate or throw away. You are now subconsciously breaking old patterns and creating new ones. For those of you who need a spark in the relationship love area in your life, this similar exercise applies particularly to the bedroom, discarding knickknacks in drawers and closets, dusting underneath lamps and accessories, and definitely removing anything from underneath the bed. For weight loss, you want to target the kitchen and bathroom cupboards and doing away with anything that is worn out or anything that's not working properly. If you have an exercise room or area that you've been meaning to use to work out in, now's the time to dust off equipment and put everything in order. By clearing out clutter, you are activating two energetic and universal principles. The first one is the power of intention. You are not only setting intentions, you're actually getting into action and taking the steps needed to get there. Once this initial clearing step is taken, you'll now have room for more steps and more actions keeping you going. By being able to let go, you are activating the energy behind trust and faith, which is often referred to as the law of the vacuum. When you empty something out, it's the law of nature that it will be filled up again, and usually with something better. Emotionally and spiritually, this all applies too. And simply translated, it means that there may be people you may need to forgive or situations that you don't have control of that you need to accept. Then diffuse and let go of any intense emotions you may feel about their circumstance. Believe me, I know how difficult it can be. I start by making the choice to no longer feel burdened by negative emotion. I start making the mental choices to feel light, cheery, and free again. While there are times when it's absolutely appropriate to feel sadness, hurt, or anger, hanging on to it for prolonged periods of time does not serve you or the people around you. One of my favorite books on how to declutter is by Marie Kondo. Now, you may not agree with her method, but one of the biggest takeaways that I've gotten from this book is invoking gratitude. I wholeheartedly agree that as you begin to purge and clear, saying thank you for all the stuff that you have is so very powerful. I used to get so frustrated and overwhelmed with all the stuff I had accumulated. Then I had to clean out. Now instead, I'm overwhelmed with thanks for the opportunity to even have stuff. I'm amazed at the little signs of wealth that so many of us in this first world take for granted, and how amazingly lucky I've been in my life to have immigrated to Canada as a child born in a very poor country. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me.